things that make me happy. Trust me. Dad, wait.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a little DIY video that I'm doing. I'm putting together a little package. So just a little knickknacks, nothing excessive. And I just looked around the house for packaging, and you guys will be surprised at what I found or what I'm going to use. So this is just a little DIY, no judgment zone. Just come along with me on this little trip here. So just an old box from Amazon. I cut out the 4 edges or flaps. Okay, just simple. And then I looked around the house and I have this cloth. It's actually a gift I got from some of my colleagues turned friend from Kenya. This is over 10 years old, so if you can tell from the pattern, it's a Kenyan fabric. Okay, so I'm just going to use it. I'll lay it in here. Okay. So nothing fancy, just a little thoughtful gesture. Voila, and that's my care pack. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are there things I could have added or done differently? Yeah, don't be shy, just put your comments in the section. Oh, hello. Hi guys, I'm going to be baking a banana muffin. I had an overripe banana and I decided to bake. Fun fact, I've never ever baked anything, any cakes, any muffins. The only things I've baked are chicken, fish, the likes. So bear with me. I looked around the house and I think we have all the things or most of the things we need for this muffin. I just don't have vanilla extract, so I don't know what the implications are for not having vanilla extract. And I think there's one other thing I don't have, baking soda. So this is just a trial for me. Bear with me. So I have my overripe banana. I have my butter, which I'm going to melt. I have 2 eggs. I have some salt, because you just need like a teaspoon of salt. I have brown sugar, I hope that works. And of course my flour. I have cinnamon, because I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon to it. And then I have baking powder. Alright, so of course all my tools. I have this tiny whisker. You can tell I'm not a baker, but we have this. And then I have my muffin tray. So let's start on this journey. So I have 2 bowls as well, one for my wet and dry. Hide and bake for 15 minutes. So that's 1 cup of flour. And then sugar. Then I'm going to put my baking powder and a little bit of salt. Not a, I think I'll reduce that. So just a little below 1 teaspoon. And I'm just going to mix this. Okay, so I have my dry mix ready. I'm just going to set it aside. And then I'll take my banana, my overripe banana. Crack my 2 eggs, room temperature. Don't bring it out straight out of the fridge because it might not cook properly in the center when you throw it in the oven. Okay. And then my melted half a cup of butter, which is literally 1 stick of butter. Okay. I'm going to actually brush off a little bit of this butter for the pan, so that's good. And I hear that you can also use oil instead of butter if you do not have butter at home. Okay. So I do not have vanilla. This is at the point you put in your vanilla. Okay, so now it's time to bring back my dry ingredients, and I will pour my wet ingredients into it. Okay. Then I just wrap it in nicely together so that it's mixed well. But then you do not want to overmix because apparently if you do that, it activates like the gluten and whatever else, and it will make it so chewy and like very drawy. So I don't think that's what we want, and maybe even hard. So just make sure you just fold it in nicely. Let me know in the comments below if you're a baker, if you love to bake, and what's your favorite, most easiest thing to bake. Leave a comment below, and also maybe make some suggestions or recommendations for me on things I could bake as a starter, as a beginner, someone who's not baked ever or anything. So, okay, with some of this butter, actually saw someone put a little bit of flour inside and then dust it off because it's easier to help you clean it up easily. I don't know, I'm not a baker. So this is it. I'm going to throw it in the oven. So it's set at 425. And that will be for 5 minutes, and then I'll reduce the heat to 325. Okay. So I heard the alarm go off, and I think my muffin is ready. Woo! I hope it's cooked. It looks cooked. Okay, so I was told if you put a toothpick in between and it comes out dry, that's fine. If it's still wet, let it cook a bit more. So yeah, so let it cook a bit. Okay, we are ready. I am so proud of myself right now. Looks so good. Okay, so I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes, maybe about 5 minutes, and then I will try one out. She's excited about her first baked good. The little things that make me happy, trust me. I baked muffins for the first time. That's exciting. All right. Okay, so it's 5 minutes later. Actually, you can hear the alarm go off. So I waited 5 minutes after bringing this out from the oven. Ooh, it's still a little bit warm. Oh, very easy to come out. Oh my God, my first muffin. Okay, let's try this. It's still hot. Oh, wow. So good. Wow. Nice and moist inside. And a little bit of a crunch at the top. Mmm. So for dinner I'm making chicken noodle soup, and that was by request. Okay, so I have the noodles I'll use, the noodles, I have garlic, I have a couple of carrots, I have bay leaf, and I'm going to be using chicken breast. I don't have celery. I'm going to use some of this frozen veggies. I think it's just a substitute because I didn't have other vegetables. And because Chad doesn't like onions, I'm not adding onions to it. So, yeah, with me. Seasoning cube, just use 1 1.5. So the chicken breast that I just plugged in. I'm going to put a couple of bay leaves. So I'm bringing out the carrots because I don't want it to be too mushy at the end of the day. So I'll just let the chicken cook for a little bit longer. It smells so good, so hearty. So I'm going to just bring out the chicken. It's cooked. And I'll let it rest for a little bit. So I added 2 cups of noodles, so it's these really tiny noodles. So this is 1 cup and I added 2. Okay, so it's boiling and I'm just going to stir it up a little bit. I'll also put in my veggies, I'll throw that back in. And then I'm going to go shred the chicken. This is just going to boil. All right, so I'll cut it up first, and then I'm going to just shred it. Oh, that looks so good, nicely cooked. So that's give the soup the flavor. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And you don't want the pasta too soft, just al dente, okay? Because it's going to cook, because the soup is really hot. So as you serve, it still remains hot and it's cooking. So just let this simmer for another maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and it's ready. Just a spoonful of chicken noodle soup. Oh wow, natural, tender chicken soup. Driveway, and this young gentleman was passing by with his bobcat, and I think he might try to help us out here. We're just in our driveway heading out. He's just going to come back and just probably do one run. Chad is still trying to dig us out, and then hopefully that would work. Let's give that a try. Hi, Chatty. I'm sorry. Chad was able to dig us out and all that snow. Bobcats, that's cute. You should get one. Look at all that snow. Chad, wait! We're just coming back from church, so oh wow, nice picture. Yeah, I got a lot of grays, so just going to do some roots touch-ups, and yeah, so my head, see how it goes.
separate like that. Not bad. So this is how my hair turned out. I styled it at home. I just did flat twists and untwisted them. So it's okay. The color, however, is not what I was going for, but it still works. So thankful. It's pretty cold outside, but we're going out to a fashion show, and yeah, so I will probably record that.